You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Gossip Girl. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Gossip Girl news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Gossip Girl.
Hello. Oh, wow. Hello, everybody. I'm Roxy Striar, and I would like to introduce you to your host of the night, Sara Stretton. Hello.
Hello, Roxy Striar. What a funny joke, since everyone loves you hosting this show so much, because we're talking about Gossip Girl today. Please let us know about the episode.
Okay, before that, I have to say, I can't because we've got the amazing Jessie Janity in the booth. DJ Jessie J, what's up, baby?
What up, ladies?
Okay, and I'm dealing with Rex, his unbelievable dog, too, so you're just going to have to rock it. There we go.
Fine, we'll see what I can do.
I think we're both in bizarre moods. I hope people stick with us right now.
And part of my voice, which is probably going to go out like 50 times and make me sound awful. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about Gossip Girl Season 5, Episode 4, Memoirs of an Invisible Dan.
Is that like Memoirs of a Geisha?
Kind of. I mean, it was a book turned into a movie, which is what they're trying to do overall.
Dan was so not invisible this episode, though.
No, it's centered around that. That's what we're mostly going to be talking about today. So this episode was all about Dan admitting that he is the author of Inside, which is the book that's half fiction but based on reality, all about their lives and their drama. And we get to see how they think they're going to be portrayed and then how they're actually portrayed and what it does to their lives and their relationships with each other and with Dan. So first, I think we should probably start off with Nate and Chuck, who kind of don't play the biggest parts in this episode, but they do have some key lines in there that set off things going. But let's just talk. I just want to start off with Nate is portrayed as gay in Dan's book.
I wish we could have seen more of this. Like, we saw that one little glimpse of him almost making out with a guy. That was like the producers being like, oh, we don't know if we want to actually see him make out with a guy and if people are going to like that. Do it. Oh my God. I want to watch it. I want to watch how awkward the actor gets or see what happens. Please make him have some intimate sex scene.
Jessie agrees with you.
Yeah.
I
think Jessie's agreeing with me for other reasons right now, but you
Absolutely.
know, but we're still on the same page. I want to watch that. I want to see it.
Instead of watching him make out with Elizabeth Hurley, I'm presuming.
Yeah, I'm not feeling them. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all on the same page because I think him kissing her is incredibly
It gives me the
awkward.
heebie-jeebies. I'm
It's
heebie-jeebies.
really uncomfortable. Like, she leans across the table one time and they like kiss, and I was just like,
How much older do you think?
Disturbing.
What's the age difference between the two?
she
of
could
them?
be his mom.
Definitely could be his mom, but is this a 15, 20, 25, 30 year gap?
I'm guessing.
I'm not trying to be a bitch at
around-
all. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. He's sexy, sexy man, but it's too much for me.
I'm
It's too
guessing
much.
around 18.
18.
20, maybe? Who knows? When is Elizabeth Hurley real big?
Yeah.
we're blanking on this one.
Yeah. You want to know
Basically,
why
I'm
we're
com-
blanking? It's because it's one of those before our time things. We're little youngins.
Yeah, so this is why it's unsettling for us. As great and as fabulous as she looks, what we've said over and over again.
And she's a great actress. I think she's working it. She knows how to work the camera. She can rock this part, but I don't want to see him with any older woman. I want to see him
With a man?
I want to see him with a man. Oh no, I just want to see how uncomfortable Chase Crawford gets when he. Not really that. I just want to watch it.
Yeah,
Two beautiful men together.
But the character of Nate doesn't seem too disturbed by the idea that he's portrayed as gay in the book. He actually ends up getting upset because what was it? He ends up getting
because his name's Derek in the book, so he is upset that he was portrayed that he's actually in the book, but that his character isn't him, and nobody knows that he's in the book. It's kind of what I got from it.
Is that what you got? Because I was very confused on why he was actually upset. They said that he was supposed to be younger and that he had something with Eric or Jenny or
they were talking about how there was either a similarity to Eric or they kind of fused characters, something with Jenny who was named something else. I didn't really know what was going on and why he was pissed, but I know that he didn't feel like he got credit where credit was due.
All right. Versus Chuck, who isn't mad about his character, even though he's portrayed horribly.
Yeah.
So we got plenty of credit.
It's not even that Chuck is portrayed horribly. It's that in the end he kills himself. He hangs himself with a tie when he says he would have preferred to hang himself with a scarf. Of course, that is Chuck making light of the situation, but honestly, I can't imagine having a friend. I have a lot of writer friends. And if somebody was published and I was included in their book, it's incredibly offensive to be the character who ends up killing themselves. For multiple reasons. I understand it's fictional. But at the same time, it makes such a statement about Chuck and his life and his motives and what's going on that I don't know if it's incredibly appropriate. I don't know. And I know he wasn't writing it to be disrespectful, but I don't know. It doesn't strike me right.
See, I wasn't bothered by it really that much at all. Because my point of view was that he did exaggerate every character. And it's, to me, seems there's so much fiction in it. I don't understand. You are cracking up over there. This is not a funny subject, Roxy.
I'm laughing because Rex just shit all over the floor. Keep going. I've got the smell over here. Keep going.
Oh, goodness. Anyway,
suicide is not a funny matter. It is not a laughing matter.
It's not a funny matter. But at the same time, I looked at this book and was thinking, why are all these people freaking out when obviously there's a lie about all of them? So why don't... Oh, wow.
Okay, you're right. No, I'll continue. So there's a lie about all of them. That is true. Everybody has a little lie. You're either gay or you kill yourself, or you're the father who married for money, or you're the girl who was flaky. And it's horrible, I know. Or you're the person who can't breathe. But no matter what, there's a little bit of an exaggerated
Let's get this commercial. Let's get the smell out of here so we can talk without laughing.
No, you know what this is act two? You push on.
Push through.
You push
the
through.
show goes on.
This is a test for us.
Is this a test for us?
Yeah.
Thank you, Rex, for the test.
Okay.
The dog is now sitting really calmly.
I think we have to move on from Chuck and Nate. They seem to be the two least affected by it. Even though Nate got a little pissed at the end, Chuck never really was affected. So moving on to
why don't we talk about Charlie?
Charlie. Okay, great.
So Charlie kind of, well, I just thought because Charlie, hold on, because Charlie kind of ties into the Nate. She's brought into this. She's not really mentioned that much in the book. We don't even think she's mentioned at all. Instead, her tie-in is through. She's now going to be working with Nate for Diana, and the reason for this is because Diana has discovered that Charlie is actually Ivy. This all comes about by them.
Right. Okay. A little bit of struggle because this is when I took my bathroom break and I came back. I was literally in the bathroom for about 15 seconds. I sprinted in, sprinted out. And I said, Sarah, make sure you tell me what happens. And I came out and she said, oh, Diana found out about Ivy Charlie. What the F? What the hell happened?
Okay, what happened was it all started with Nate bringing...
We've got Jesse spraying some awesome stuff in here. You don't want to make a camera appearance, Jess?
Yeah.
You're gonna come in here and hook it up? He's like, no, hell no.
Okay. So this all started with Nate bringing Charlie to their new magazine office to look through the phone book because Charlie makes up this lie that she met this girl named Ivy and they're gonna look through photos and she's gonna be able to point her out, etc., etc. And then, of course, Diana sees Charlie there and Charlie takes the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Diana doesn't see her take the phone. Roxy, you look like you're not following me.
No,
at all.
I'm totally following. I was there till that, and Charlie puts the phone in the purse, and
Yes.
she walks out.
And she walks out.
But I felt like Diana hated her even before that. What did she know something? Did I miss it? Did she have some sort of vendetta?
I don't
What was
think she
going
knew
on?
anything. I just don't think she liked some random girl in her office where they're trying to start all this gossip, and she doesn't want people to know about it.
Okay.
But what she ends up doing is she calls the number of the phone, and Charlie stupidly picks it up.
Yeah.
And
Like
says
hesitation
hello.
or no?
No, pretty much just picks it up. Then Elizabeth Hurley, with her very thick accent that's really distinguishable, says, "Hi, I'm looking for Ivy." And Charlie goes, "Oh, this is Ivy." Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that was a little bit of TV for you.
Oh, yeah. Little unbelievable, in my opinion. And she was like, "Oh," and Elizabeth Hurley said something along the lines of, "Don't even try to bother lying to me. I know you were the girl who came in this morning."
And then I walk back in and Charlie's in the office and she goes, "How did you know?" What do you mean, how did you know?
It's pretty
You would
obvious.
have to be an idiot not to know.
There was only one other person in the office, not to mention you sound like the person she met earlier. It was really stupid and really far stretched out. But what happens is now Elizabeth Hurley says that she's going to protect Charlie, and her way of doing this is by hiring her. But it's obviously bad intentions.
It's definitely she's going to make Ivy go in undercover. And Ivy's already undercover, so it's like
Double undercover.
undercover under the covers, in the sheets, in the bedroom. Undercover.
Exactly. Perfect. I'm really glad you
Which
mentioned
is just what
all
this
of
girl
that.
needs. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they needed to tie her into something new. She couldn't just sit there all happily in the city living her life.
Yeah.
That would be way too boring.
Yeah, but you know what? I almost thought we were going to get towards the end of the season and then it was going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was going to come out this soon to anybody at all, for sure.
But now it gives her more of a function in everyday life.
I think it's awesome. I just wasn't, that's not where my brain was. We weren't predicting that. That's not where I was going with
Very
it.
true. And that's good. That's a good twist, I think, that they
Definitely.
can add.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the cheesy phone call. Don't laugh at me. No, but so Charlie's now in this mix of drama again. She's no longer just sitting on the sidelines, which is good. Do you want to move on and talk about Serena a bit?
Yeah, I think that's really all on Charlie. I think we've covered it. On Serena, I think it was incredibly selfish of her, and we see this at the end, where she is talking to Dan, and Dan's like, "I gotta go talk to Blair." Serena's like, "No, we're not done here." And Dan says, "If you can't see that I almost messed up your best friend's engagement, and that's incredibly important and way more important than whatever bullshit you're dealing with right now, then maybe I was right about you in the book." And from what it sounds like, he made stuff up about Nate. He made stuff up about Chuck. He made stuff up about Blair. He made stuff up about his dad, about Lily. The only person it seems that he didn't make things up about is Serena. That's the truth. You slept with 2 of your professors. You are flaky, flighty, whatever you called yourself. You've been a little bit of a whore. You've been to rehab. You screwed your best friend's boy. Like, come on.
Endless
And
bad deeds.
And you're pissed. And yeah, I get that I wouldn't want my life to be published either because I got some skeletons. But it's already been all over Gossip Girl. There's no question about it. And the fact that she views herself so highly and this whole time felt like there would be nothing wrong with her in the book and has been talking about, "Oh, there's no problem. He views me in such a high regard," whatever. Are you on cloud 9? Come on. Come on, honey. What's going on?
Yeah, it was. She portrayed herself even more, like, badly than the book did, and not caring about anyone else and just caring about her little appearance as like a socialite who's flighty. Really, not a big deal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, was she really wrong to think? Was she that wrong to think that someone who had been in love with her for years was going to write something bad about her?
But he talks about that. And I didn't read the book, obviously, although if it came out, I would. But he talks about how he said, "Listen, I make myself look worse. I'm this boy who's in love with, everybody knows I'm in love with this girl, no matter what she does. So obviously she has some good qualities. You know? Wait, by the way, Jess, did you have a chance to watch this week's episode? Are we allowed to call on you for opinions?
I'm a week behind.
I'm so sad.
I'm sadder.
Can we like hire somebody to be in the booth during the hour that we watch Gossip Girl and pull you into the show?
It's a needed thing, I think.
We can see what we can do.
You've got them good opinions, boy.
But so we go back, and do you think that, well, I've always said that I don't like Serena that much.
Oh my God.
I don't think she has that much going for her.
You know what? We've never had somebody talk on the show who's like, boom, I love Serena. Nope.
She's never anyone's favorite because she doesn't really do anything.
It's my least favorite quality a person can have. Bland. You're bland. You're pretty. You're bland. You're bland. You're bland. If you were, the thing is, if there is a photograph laid out of Blake Lively and Leighton Meester next to each other, you look and you didn't know anything about them. Blake Lively is beautiful. She's gorgeous. You would be like, Blake Lively. I think most people would say that. I'm not saying me specifically. I'm saying most people would look at Blake Lively. When you hear them talk, if you watch them on the show, if you watch them in interviews, whatever it is, so much of it has to do with personality that it's like she's a wallflower. She has never ever overcome anything. I'm sorry. This isn't me saying, oh, I hate the girl. This is me saying, so what? So what? I don't see it. I've heard she's supposed to be the next frickin' Julia Roberts, whatever. Meryl Streep, even somebody was relating to her. It's like, shut up.
Oh my gosh, roll your eyes at that one.
Shut up. This girl has not proved herself yet. She doesn't come from any place that I respect. Not that I don't respect it, but just it's not Leighton Meester's background. I mean, I don't know.
She doesn't do it for you,
and that's what is portrayed in the character. It's just a nothing character to me.
Yeah, and they tried to give her this new struggle with this whole film launching career, with her being in this production. But overall, over the years, she hasn't really done much.
I think that being the nothing character, it works well for the show. So I'm not saying I don't wish she was there or that I think something better could be added in her character. It's just, I don't understand the person who would pick her as their favorite character. What person would that be? What is the type of human being would be like, that's the girl I relate to. That's the girl I like. She's my favorite character.
Maybe someone who
is like her.
I was going to say, the only word that came to my mind was shallow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
who
totally.
thinks that that's all that matters.
Absolutely. I totally understand what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, she's just blah, blah, blah.
I know.
We
need to search for some redeeming qualities in Serena.
She smiles a lot. I like smiley people. She has nice clothes. I definitely want to be her roommate to borrow them. She usually can get hot boys for her friends, maybe.
We'll think of something. We like the show so much. No, Jesse, you don't think it's going to happen?
I mean, she means well at
intentions.
Times, but it always kind of is in like a flaky kind of like, really go?
She doesn't dive into anything really wholeheartedly.
Yeah. It's like she had the thought, and that's what counts. The thought was there.
Yep, and she always even says that. She's like, well, I didn't mean to, or my intentions were better than that, or da-da-da-da-da. Uh-huh. So what? How many times can somebody say, I'm sorry? How many times can somebody make the same mistake? How many times can somebody just be pretty and bat their eyes and say, oopsies? Other than Rex. Oopsies.
Poopsies.
Poopsies. Yeah, no, but as far as the book goes for her, I feel the least bad for her because it's like, yeah, it sucks that all your crap came out, but at least it's your crap and it's not
really going to affect too much.
Right. It's not Blair who's got everything on the line right now.
Exactly. I mean, now she's put in charge of getting the rights to the script of this book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think. Do you think that's going to be difficult?
What was she saying was her issue with it?
She's not on the best terms with the writer right now.
Yeah, and realistically, Elizabeth Hurley is like, I'll give you a week. Yeah, you're not going to get the rights.
You mean the other lady?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, is Elizabeth Hurley a producer now?
Jesus, no.
Great.
No. Who? I don't even remember.
I forget what she is.
Yeah. Whatever. Serena's boss. Thank you.
No problem.
Serena's boss is like, I'll give you a week to get the rights to this. Realistically, come on. You're not going to get the rights in a week. Also, just because somebody's your friend, I try to hope that there's more to life than nepotism and friendship. And I know that business is about who knows you and who you know, but if she goes from being so concerned about her own personal life to for her job needing to get this movie, she clearly knows that even just being a book, it's going to ruin a lot of her friends' lives. Movies are so much larger than books these days. Putting that out there on the media like that is detrimental to her best friend Blair.
Oh, see, I didn't even see that crossing her mind.
Never. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
She's so selfish. She never wants. I mean, maybe we'll see it a little next week, the internal struggle, but it's like she's never thinking about anybody else. So yes, her intentions are good because she's dumb. Dumb girl. If you took a second to think, then your intentions wouldn't be good because you would know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, now that we've bashed Serena enough, maybe we should talk about someone we do like. Do you want to talk about Blair?
I'm blushing. I love her. Yeah, I want to talk about her.
And she probably goes through the biggest ringer through this book.
Oh, definitely. She is on the line for losing her fiance, who not only is she already in the public light because he is part of the royal family, but her whole life she's been followed like this, and she's pregnant now and all these issues. The last thing she needs is a scandal, because I'm sure, as it portrays in the book, that Dan and Blair had sex. I'm sure there's going to be a question about who's the baby daddy.
Yeah.
Who's the baby daddy? Mm-hmm. And it's definitely not. But you know what I think might happen?
Predictions. Got you. Because we're thinking the same thing.
You talk. I'm going to write down my predictions so I don't forget it.
Fine. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're thinking because I'm pretty sure it's my prediction. But so where we left off is you mentioned one thing, that it's not just Blair's life that could be ruined by this book too. It's also the baby's. And that makes it so much worse. And she says at one point in this episode that not only has this, has her and Dan's relationship sexually never existed, but she also says because of this, they can't be friends. And
Yeah. I mean, the thing that people have to realize about these books, as we were saying before, it is fiction. And all you have to do in one interview is say,
this is a fictional novel.
He has to say, it is a fictional novel based on real characters. Their personality traits, whatever I took from people, and then I made storylines up. Or I embellished, whatever. I'm an author. I'm a writer. I'm not a recorder. I don't walk around saying, oh, this is what happened in real life. It's not a documentary. Mm-hmm. This is a piece of work that I did. And I don't know if people would believe that totally, but
it needs to be said.
It needs to be said, at least.
Agreed, because it's tearing apart people's lives. At least in the end of this, we do see that Louis attempts to trust and forgive Blair.
Yeah.
So as of the end of this episode, they're on a good note.
Mm-hmm.
Although when they're laying in bed, I have to say that there was that glint in his eye that everything was not okay.
Oh, more than that. You could see he's looking off into the distance. He's just, how do you trust one like Blair? It's hard because even though I do think she's been incredibly faithful to him recently and she really does love him and she's really working on this, it's Blair Waldorf and you never know. And we know that she slept with Chuck right before him, and we know that she did kiss Dan, and we know that she's got a lot of more skeletons in the closet, and
they're not all out yet.
And they're not all out for sure. And we know she got a pregnancy test, and we know she may or may not be lying about who's the dad. So yeah,
we might find out.
Wah, predictions. What is it?
Are we gonna start our own predictions music?
Predictions. Can I just record that and that can be the AfterBuzz?
It's perfect.
Predictions.
People would really like that. They'd respond well.
I think that'll be our next move.
stay tuned for next week when
Prediction.
I can do the other ones too. Special segment.
Hey kids, Buzzy the AfterBuzz Bee says, get back on subject.
Oh my goodness, I've never gotten that before. Ultimate low point.
I didn't even know that existed.
Get us back. You
Okay,
do.
I think we should go to a commercial break and then recap.
And then go to news and gossip. Yeah, news and gossip.
Okay, back on track.
Okay.
Oh, go.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
It smells like pumpkin spice in here, Jess.
Pumpkin spice. It's grape.
Grape. Those are some shitty ass grapes.
Okay, let's just
For
get on
everyone
track,
just listening,
guys.
we had a little incident happen, but
Poopsies.
Doggy
Rexy, the
woggy.
AfterBuzz dog.
Okay. Go ahead.
There we go.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so earlier last week, Ryan was spotted visiting Blake on the set of Gossip Girl, New York, before bringing her back with him to Boston for an intimate and romantic dinner at a French restaurant. Since he couldn't be in his native Canada for the holiday, Ryan made do with some of the best food in Boston's South End. And his best gal, onlookers reveal, Ryan brought Blake Lively with him, and if you didn't know any better, you would think they were a couple. They looked like they were really into each other. He had his arm around her, and they were both smiling.
Wait, first off, what up, Boston?
What up,
You
Boston?
go.
Can we please get some South End food in here?
Yep. I'm down.
What I have to say is, what about Sandra Bullock?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But I did see this everywhere. And there was even more to the quote that I was reading. I think it was on Perez even. That they were like, they got a booth specifically in the corner, just the two of them, like put up their menus, blocking people out, whatever it was. So,
Not a fan.
not a fan of them together.
Nope, not a fan.
Okay, that's enough.
All right. Ed Westwick thinks British girls are, quote, best in the world.
I'm
No,
gonna cry.
that's not correct.
You can get an English accent.
I mean, it's not about me; it's about Blair. But I guess if she marries into the royal family, she could like kind of technically be British. So then they could end up together.
How did that work? in your mind?
I don't know, but
It always works in Roxy's
yeah.
mind.
Okay.
All right, so the Gossip Girl star is attracted to genuine women with a sense of humor and would love to hook up with someone from his home country one day.
Oh.
Ed
Wait.
Westwick said, I like genuine girls. I can laugh and have fun. I like a girl with a sense of style. I'd have to go out with someone who can whip me into line when I need it. But I have to say that British girls are the best in the world. There isn't any doubt about it.
Okay. Blair can make him laugh, and she has style, and
Okay.
she just
You need to realize there's a person named Ed Westwick. Then there's a character named Chuck.
Chuck.
Separation.
I don't know who Ed Westwick is.
I tried, Jesse. I tried.
Well, Chuck doesn't think British girls are the best. Just Ed Westwick does.
Who?
Right. No, there's some guy named Ed Westwick.
You know.
A random kid on the street
Yeah.
that we
He's
pulled.
in our
Yeah.
news and gossip. All right, so with many twists and turns going on in Season 5, many Gigi fans, including Roxy, are wondering when it's all going to end. Penn Badgley reveals it could be sooner than we thought. In an interview with New York Magazine, Penn answers a daunting question that us Gossip Girl fans just don't want to hear. How much longer is Gossip Girl going to be on the air? And Penn's answer? Yeah, I don't think he can go past season 6. Because that is what we're contracted to. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I don't want to say it, but
we kind of saw it coming in a way.
Honestly, this is sad. There are a couple things I have to say. Number one, we're in season 5 now. If I'm only getting one more season of this after this, it's wrist cutting time. Number 2,
well, the views expressed here, those are the hosts only.
Number 2, yeah, that was a little not so PC. Number 2, I read a little bit about this also. They're saying they don't exactly know, but if they had to guess, it really is going to be season 6. And Penn Badgley even said, if there's only going to be that many, who knows if Chuck and Blair will end up together. He said that, and I cried.
It'll be okay. It will be okay.
I've got to start thinking about something else.
It'll be okay.
I need a man in my life or something because I'm just too concentrated on everybody else's love life.
I feel like if it's going to be season 6, they're going to put the two of them together.
But we know they're contracted till season 6, so that means this isn't the last season. I mean, unless CW pulls it or something, which I doubt they will.
No. They'll definitely go all the way. CW's not pulling Gossip Girl, especially with one season left.
No freaking way, man.
But I'm saying at the end of season 6,
it will
I guess going into my prediction, Chuck and Blair will be together.
All right.
Predictions.
Okay.
Oh. AfterBuzz.
What was that? Oh.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Cut it. Prediction.
Ooh.
We did so well.
We did great.
Wait, hold on, Jess. What is that new thing we do? AfterBuzz.
Is it? We just
AfterBuzz,
our.
I can do that segment too.
Oh, you can do it all, girl.
Oh, AfterBuzz. No, that
Maybe
wasn't
for
right.
the video segment for you to do what you just did.
Oh my God.
That was amazing.
Never again.
No, our VO guy, Rich Wentworth, Sir Richard Wentworth,
Oh, wow.
is experimenting with some new sound effects.
I dig.
So
Okay.
you never know what could come out now, guys, because I got a whole army of buttons to press.
Oh, wow.
I just honestly, as much
Nerve-wracking.
as I love the spoiler alerts, I sit here praying we don't get one because they kind of make my heart pound a little when the lights go and the sirens.
What about this one?
No, I don't want to.
Our systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject. Please return at once. Our systems detect that a host has wandered off
Okay,
the subject.
predictions. Roxy, we're going to predictions.
Our
Wait,
systems detect
I don't
that
want
a
any
host
more
has
of
wandered
those.
You know
off
what
the
we didn't
subject.
do this episode and we'll definitely do next time? Prediction for next episode? We got to do our fashion segment.
We do
Needed
have to do
Yeah,
it
next
fast.
time.
So
look it up.
we'll overload our next fashion segment.
All right, sounds perfect. So let's talk about predictions. I want
Yeah.
to start. I'm gonna see if we have the same prediction. Do you want to say it or do you want me to say it about Blair?
I'm gonna say it because the thing is, if you were thinking something different and I say this, you're gonna be like, "That's what I was thinking," and I'm gonna be like, "You're a lying bitch." But it's not actually what I'm gonna say. Oh, wow, I've got some issues tonight. But the thing is, if you say it first, I'm gonna be really upset about it and think about it for the rest of the week. So I gotta throw it out there.
Fine.
Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna find out. They're gonna read the book and see that Dan and Blair had sex in the book.
Mm-hmm.
The royal family is gonna make Blair get a pregnancy test. The baby's gonna be Chuck's.
Okay.
It wasn't your prediction.
That's because you totally missed a key component where they show Louis like finding the envelope.
Oh, that wasn't the envelope. That was
Yes, that was the envelope. That was the ripped up envelope from the doctor. So
it
they're
looked
gonna
weird.
think.
It said like addressed to Blair. It didn't look like the envelope to me. I thought it was like a letter that he was opening of hers.
No, there's no other ripped taped together
I didn't
envelope.
see any ripped or anything. I thought it just said to Blair Waldorf, whatever. I thought like Chuck maybe wrote her a letter. Or...
No, I think that Louis gonna open this envelope, read the pregnancy test, and think that it wasn't testing Chuck against him. I think he's gonna think it was testing him against Dan.
Whatever it is, I think they're gonna make her get another Prego test, and it's going to be Chuck.
Roxy's way off.
I don't.
I think that they're going to have to open this envelope. He's going to think it's between... Louis going to think the test was about him and Dan. And then Blair's going to have to admit that it wasn't Dan, but actually Chuck.
You're
and that's
so
going
right.
To hurt
Damn
Mom.
it. Damn it. You're so much better than me. Unless I'm right, and then you suck.
Oh
Thanks. That was my key prediction for the week, though. I really wasn't thinking about much else.
Okay, what else? What do you think is going to go on with Charlie and the whole...
He's just going to be a pawn for Elizabeth Hurley for a while.
How long is that situation going to play out?
Who knows?
Are we seeing her for the whole season?
A long part of it, I think.
Both of them?
Who?
Elizabeth Hurley and Charlie?
Not Elizabeth Hurley. I don't think she'll stick around that long.
What is her character's name? Diana?
Diana. Horrible name, by the way. Anyway.
That's my sister's name.
I mean, like,
Not
for
my
the
sister
character.
Sky. She's
Like,
the chef.
Elizabeth Hurley does not look like a Diana.
Yeah, no, definitely not. She looks like a Amelia.
Amelia. Elizabeth Hurley.
She looks like an Elizabeth, for sure.
Anyway. Serena.
Are people going to get over this book?
Is this book going to become a movie?
I don't know.
I think they could do a lot with it if it became a movie. Like hiring actors who they want to play them, what they're going to change, what they want to do.
How would you love this for Gossip Girl to do something along this lines? To act like the movie gets axed, and then next season, let's pretend it's its last season. You know how they always kind of reach back and pull something from the past? They pull the movie back towards
Into
the
production.
end. Yeah, into production next season. And then after the end of Gossip Girl,
The movie comes out.
Gossip Girl, the movie.
But we kind of talked about that, and is the movie going to be that different from the show?
But I guess it
It's all
is
about
because
the-
he changed it so much. Like, I mean, if the movie is about a gay guy and about Dan and Blair and all this stuff, but then am I even going to like it because it's not Blair and Chuck, and then I'm boycotting and I'm suing?
Good to know. Anyway, so who knows?
And I'm winning.
All right.
Winning! Oh,
Look at that.
okay. Okay, it's a really good thing you're cutting me off. I'm going a little loco right now.
Crazy psycho.
Okay, and that's it for our predictions.
I think so.
And we'll just see what's going on with the book. And that's it. See everybody next week.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. XOXO.
AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.